Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom. And if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. I think it must be storming down here in Georgia because my daggone Wi-Fi keep messing up. And I think it is. Flame 101. Heyokas, hold a space for others, not to just complain or place judgment. No, I was hearing this from Higher Self on Higher Self. I always call him my Indian guru. He's always that go-to when I have like issues with certain things. Like I'm your go-to if you may be going through things and it just so happened, boom, you pop up and you have. It's like, oh no, why y'all always, a lot of y'all tell me it's like, Roslynn, that I could be going through something, or I could watch a video and boom, either comes in a couple of days after I watch the video or it happens and you brought it up. So I think we all have had at that moment where we have placed judgment on people. If you sit up here and say a certain person or a certain people or a certain way, that's you reflecting on yourself. And connect like toxic people or people that was heavy in drama and stuff like that, because I was too. It was just like every time I look around, I was either in a fight or some he say she say stuff growing up, and I'm just like, man, I'm getting too old for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not old, but I'm up in my nature where that I can't keep gravitating towards that. And it's just a good thing. Now I don't deal with a lot of negativity, because it's just like I'm that type of person. I don't like complication. I like my life plain and simple. If I can grow from it, all right. If it can challenge me to challenge myself, okay. And it just took me a long time to not be, name calling. It's especially when it comes to certain things that I'm still healing on in my life. And it was just like when it's just like a lot of times when you connect with people, they choose they because it's like certain things they say when you're connecting with people like that, they be negative or something like that. They're allowing you to see the outside of what you may be carrying with yourself. But I was just like, I used to get mad and say, okay, we may be carrying that, but I have different actions on how I choose to do things like that. And it's just like, okay, regardless, everybody has their way of acting out on what they're not allowing themselves to hold yourself accountable for. Now everybody has the same actions, but you carry the same characteristics basically. I was like, dang, okay, touche in my situation. So it's just like a lot of us, yes, a lot of us, it's like you may be dead center in some kind of toxicity, but you were that culprit to be able to show people how it is when you can allow yourself to reverse yourself, to be able to allow yourself to heal yourself from a lot of things that's been placed on you. Because a lot of times people feel like there ain't no turning back. After you've been through so many jacked up things, people feel like you can't heal. And it's like, why you can't? It's just like, yes, it takes some work to do. A lot of times people, like I said in other videos, a lot of times people want to project their emotions on you. And sometimes they do it subconsciously. And some people, they hold it consciously. you know. And a lot of times it's hard for us, even when we're in that human suit. We have human actions, we have human emotions. You always say, don't take it personal, this is not nothing to do with you, even though if they're projected towards you, don't have nothing to do with you. And it took me a long time for me to be able to, I knew that, but it took a long time for me to separate from that reaction of wanting to react towards that, and I work on it every day. That's where, when you're allowing your strength to go forward, and allow yourself to hold space for that person. Because it's like with my situation, it's a lot of projection on what people don't want you to have, or feel like they're obligated for them to have that, or they deserve it before you do. And it was just like, it was so much energy. Like, I struggled my whole life. You still feel like I don't deserve anything. Or you try to keep me from a lot of things that I felt like I was deserving. Now it's like I can't allow myself to get fixated on what people feel I can have, what I'm not supposed to have, what my happiness needs to be based on is like zero. I'm allowing myself to be happy. Just because you feel a certain way, I'm allowing myself to heal. And a lot of times, people will place things on you because they have it in their mind that you will never heal from that. You can never come back from that. And it's actually true to a certain extent. You won't be able to come back, but you're not going to come back like how you were. Anything that you have started in, you are not going to come back and end it the way you started. You're going to be a totally different person. And it's just like, it gives you that epiphany that everything that you have gone through, and I see so many people that I know, they're suffering and struggling through so many different things, and I can understand, the heaviness is like there, because there are so many people, they're using deception and lies, and it's just a lot of negative things where people want to see you crumble, and it's because they see you trying to grow. And they can do the same thing, but they know, it's sad, where some people, because we don't want to sit up here and face the things that we're struggling with either. But if we know what we're chosen for, we have no choice. We ran from it a lot of times, or we didn't want to allow ourselves to focus on certain things like that because it was painful, or it was a lot, it was heavy, because it's like with mine, it put me through a nervous break. People or certain things that I see, and those are the things that I have to be honest with myself. That's what I'm working on, um, and a lot of people are healing through that, but there's a lot of people projecting their experience in an unjust way, gravitated towards what that person had to be in our lives to be able to show us what we need to heal within ourselves, and I had to be, because I was always the person like this, that, and it's just like, but that's what you wanted at that time, though. It was like, no, but not anymore. But it was built on that. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to project appreciation towards the struggles we went through. Is a lot of times it's hard to us project that I appreciate what that situation or those people have taught me through the trauma that has been placed on me, because it's just like, it's just like, there's so many different people that I've seen that gone through things, and I really admire them, and I admire you all, because it's like, when you're allowing yourself to sit up here and see the things that you have gone through, allowing yourself to still move through, through tooth and nail of the struggles that you are being placed in, but you're still trying to get towards that ladder. I commend you for that, because it's not easy. It really isn't, especially with everything you're struggling with, and there's so many people that I also hear, Ross, I'm not struggling with anything. I'm just learning about myself. And I said, what, there are so many blessings towards you. If you have never had to experience that, have any kind of upbringing of any kind of toxicity, you didn't go through any kind of child abuse or anything like that, that's such a beautiful blessing that you are just being that person is holding the fort together to be able to help people. And a lot of times people look at them like, what you know about my struggle if you've never been through a struggle? But there are certain things that they may be able to deal with that we can't be able to digest. And, that's placing a judgment on somebody, or that's placing an assumption on that, especially with a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. The worst thing, I feel like everybody's entitled to their opinion, especially when it comes to the race wars and stuff like that. Everybody's entitled to it. But the only thing it is, and I tell people that I try not to allow myself to be offended, because it's how people project certain things on people. But I tell them, if you have never had to grow up, or your family did have to go through a certain struggle just because of the race you were, or the sex you were, or what nationality, ethnic group you were in, you really don't know what that person is going through if you are being privileged. And it's just like, there's some people that are privileged and feel disgusted when they go through things. They don't go through that struggle that they see that person go through. So there's many different people that have different opinions about different things that are going in the world today. This is that time where, it just takes a negative event to happen. And then you notice the negative event that is happening. There's people that are being outed for how they're projecting, certain things. Like, some people are trying to, throw the attention on them and not what is taking place in the world. They want to have that on them. Or there's people that are actually holding, that flag to say, hey, we're fighting justice for this. And a lot of times that's why I feel it's a beautiful thing. It's like a beautiful tragedy. Basically, that's what it seems like to me. And I said, no disrespect on anybody who's going through something. That's what I'm coming at. But I'm just saying, a lot of times it takes something very unjust, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be, we all fighting for unity. Nobody shouldn't have to go through all these situations. We should all band together. But a lot of times, something very heartfelt, not heartfelt, but very hurtful towards an individual or individuals, for it to come a cause, when there's just like the things that's going on with Palestinians, or that's going on in that situation, where there's a lot of people that are fighting to make sure that this cannot keep going on. And that's a beautiful thing, but it shouldn't have to take a war for us all to be together, because we're all one. It's just that we are placed in, we're just Crayolas. That's why I call it, is a Crayola of individuals. And we're still individuals, but we're still as one. It's just like, I was always told, when you get hurt, everybody bleed the same. If you don't bleed the same, hey, we need to learn something from you, and why you not bleeding the same way we are. But it's all about that. We work on it every day. I've had a bad habit, being my own source of, hold myself back, or blocking myself back from that knowledge. You can see there's a lot of blessings that come through the trauma that you have to face, through the adversity you're facing with individuals or certain situations. And you have to be able to allow yourself to see, it's like, damn, I'm sorry. I'm going through this. What am I not seeing? What am I not seeing? And it's just like, a lot of times when I see very, sorry, y'all, I've been working out, and now it's my body's getting stiff. Going all these different things into your life, and it is really heavy, because I know there's a lot of people, it's like, dang, I want to be stressed in a justified situation. So you never really know what that person is going through. But it is just like, when we're going through, like, the most hurtful, heavy thing is going unjust to you. You may not see it today, you may not see it times. It's like, you want to be able to close your eyes to all the things that's going against people today, because it's just like, when I see, when people are like, the world's coming to an end, we see it every day. Every time we turn around in the world, and it feels like it's the apocalypse. Because to me, it's just, it's a projection to everything. Anything that is going on in the dark, it has some way, kind of way, that's getting spotlighted. And that's why they want to be able to show is based God-like, for it to be able for other people. It's like, to me, I'm trying to say it in the most positive way. I feel like that everything that we're facing within ourselves, we're showing other people how you can be able to change things. If you change the way you think, change the way you actually, something that that is not taking place currently, but took place in the past. When you come up, you're allowing yourself to understand what, if there's a memory and those are the things that we have to work on with not placing judgment. And I mean, that mess is not easy. It's not, but you're trying to allow yourself to work on that every day. They're telling you, don't think about the things that upset you, but think about the things that flourishes you. Or just think about the things that create happiness in your life, or a space of happiness in your life. We're becoming that tool within ourselves, you know. And so these are the things that is allowing us to work on things. A lot of hugeness in your life is preparing you for something that is going to be like a jaw dropper when it comes out, because it's like they preparing us for something, you know, and they're making us ready. And I feel like whatever we're facing within our lives, that, you know, it's just like we've gone through things in your life, or you have had hardship after hardship after hardship. This is for you, for the blessings that you, it's like when blessings come along, you just don't know how to, don't take them. You just don't know, and make you feel like it's just a setup. It's like, this is a blessing. Now, who's setting this up? You. I know there's a lot of things that's going on in our lives, all serious we can change within the world. Things have to no longer, it can't continue. Much love to you. I mean, not read it, but hear it. So I apologize if you can't, hey, it is what it is. You're trying to manifest. It comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined. Comes sooner than you expected it. I would love to give Damian Jordan, Anthony Burke, and Lauren and Carful Quet, much love to you as well. Thank you for stopping by if you're new, and for my family that's been with me. Thank you for the support, and all that is truly, truly appreciated. And I will see y'all on my next videos. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I always leave my contact information in the description box below in case you ever want to get in touch with me, or you want to let me know things that you may be experiencing, or you have a question about that you don't feel comfortable with here. I truly understand. I always speak to people on the side, on the stuff that I sent you tell you to go through in the description box below. So I will see y'all on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Talk to you later.